Iran-Iraq Gate, the horizontal rod function, controlled by the dark forces of the NDR, or Golden Eagle Grid, reached current architecture, which has its center in Iraq. The 10th gate in Iran-Iraq border is also the control center of the force micromatrix, of which patriarchal domination and its electron reversal consciousness is used to perpetrate against humans the negative alien mind control, and its biological control technology, occultic deception behavior such as enemy patterning, warmongering, domination for territory, genetic elitism, hierarchical discrimination, killing, and bloodlust through the false king of tyranny are a few of the mind control archetypes perpetrated on the primary male 3D conscious mind to continue the war on enslaving humans. When the alien mind and its agenda is used for mind control on humanity, it becomes a belief system, then a value system or brainwashed religion. And the people that embody those archetypes become the perpetrator and enforcer for the NAA controller's agenda. The NAA invaded our planet in this area to maintain its warring control over the important stargates in the Middle East. PEG Project Iran, India Gates of Basra, Iraq, and its underground linked up into Sunday, July 7 to Sunday, July 4 points of planetary invasion 5,500 years ago that gave the foothold of hierarchical reptilian negative alien races to wreak their enslavement agenda upon the inhabitants of this earth. The hijack of the horizontal grid networks of the Golden Eagle Grid and Phoenix Grid were taken over to create a global brain hemisphere splitting, staged the takeover of the global brain that has led to the mind control programming of the people of the earth. These races divide into two major agendas: the Luciferian Anunnaki, a hive mind hierarchical reptilian mentality, and the Satanic Black Suns, a materialistic individualist race of misogynist warmongers. Both groups of intruders subscribe to patriarchal domination, force king of tyranny through illicit mind control agendas such as the Illuminati that employ military warfare and technological strategies to program, enslave, and torture the inhabitants of the earth. These beings, through the imposter spirits, have stolen the consciousness field technology and its memories through reversal code architecture programs to create life or death programs on Earth, to bind the planetary soul, to serve their satanic and Luciferian agendas of current time and future time planet enslavement. This created the recycling of humans after death on the astral plane through the Force Ascension matrix and addiction webbing. Timelines and histories of the military invasions into the landmass of Iraq, Iran, and their archetypes: negative alien invasion, sacrificial and blood ritual to demonic and satanic entities on Earth, Black Sun programs for the Nazi, related theories of eugenics, genocide, and survival of the strongest and fittest. This is the point that human history was rewritten by the alien vectors of war, and the current force history was given to humans up to the Sumerian records 5,500 years ago. All previous historical records or monuments with significant data were destroyed or confiscated from the human race. All knowledge bearers were killed in order to isolate the written records of history, which were edited and falsified by NAA. This was to accomplish a hidden alien observation without outward signs of extraterrestrial and extra-dimensional involvement in the evolution and the affairs of the human race. The Illuminati ideology was brought in through the financial ruling classes to which their bloodlines began alien genetic manipulation and satanic possession in order to recover and retain consciousness and Stargate technologies of the Earth. Bluesalt is a structure in the hologram used to split apart and reverse both masculine 60 frequencies as well as feminine 70 violet ray frequencies at the 9D holographic blueprint level. They control the direction of these energies through the Iran gate at the 10D level of the golden ego grid, which means its use reverses the code as Indian marriage and external sacred marriage of the heroes Gomos can never truly transpire. This Archangel Michael matrix distortion is like an artificial holographic insert placed into the 369 dimensional fields that splits apart masculine feminine merging at all those dimensions, which destroys the rod and impairs it from merging with the self. Since these are masculine principles as well as the particle physics governing that space, it means that it severely damages the function of the higher mental bodies of all human beings. The planetary stargate system are the Earth's connection points or portals into the galactic and universal stargate systems. They were once sealed off and closed, but now these stargates are progressively opening during the Ascension cycle right now. The organic planetary stargate system or universal tree of life Templar opening has been damaged from NAA and the alien machinery abuse from the negative aliens collaboration to control the Earth. This necessitated Crystal Star Guardian intervention, and this intervention is referred to as Ascension Plan B with mission upgrades. Science knows these energy vortexes as wormholes. However, in this context, stargates function differently than wormholes. Wormholes are generally created with the abuse of technology and thus lead to black hole systems that are finite life systems. 2D-4D split. This genetic block became a curse for humanity over the last cycle, as it was passed down the genetic lines through interbreeding with the Anunnaki, which further digressed human DNA. Anunnaki and Nephilim hybrids became carriers of the genetic block, and because of their disregard of the law of one and intended genetic manipulation for human enslavement, this agenda further advanced the DNA distortions. Over time, the distortions manifested splitting between the elemental physical body layers, the subconscious mind, and lower and higher aspects of the astral identity. These schisms generated shadow cells and dark fragments in the astral layers of the soul matrix that further proliferated personal and planetary miasma. The genetic block and removal of these DNA tones created a dual identity in both the 2D and 4D, and is how the shadow self and unconscious aspects, like the pain body, were first generated in the digressed human DNA. The 2D schism split the instinctual body into separate functions, a collection of fragmented sub-personalities, and a repository of personal emotional energies and collective chaotic forces. The 4D schism placed a barrier in the natal capsule that separates the astral body heart chakra from merging with the 3D solar plexus mental body. This subjects the person to lower astral energies and lower astral traveling. This blocks the lower body's communication with the elemental kingdoms, making it very hard for the person to feel body consciousness or communication with nature or elemental kingdom. Enforcement of astral splitting. The minarets are physical and etheric structures that were designed to be point holders of reversal frequency, which reinforce and run the reversal net systems throughout multiple dimensions, such as reversal 1010 from the Iran Gate. A massive multidimensional battle in the Jerusalem area was waged, with the dark power being directed from this complex minaret connected network that had extensive foothold in the 2D and 4D planetary gates that are rooted in the Earth core. Many of the manipulation of Earth's timelines occurred in the 2D gate and Earth core hijack, where genocide and killing broadcasts are used repeatedly to manipulate the masses. We have seen this warring in the Middle East repeatedly as a mirror to this alien manipulation. The negative form is a series of artificial light bodies that were used in our holographic image to recreate and usurp our genetic material by the controller forces. Some of these distorted bodies are from our fallen history, and much of the astral body damage that ensued with the 2D 4D split. It is important to not judge or fear this information, but to get to the clarity and to the bottom of what it is and why it is there. The negative form is like a series of nesting dolls that can be attached to your hologram light body that hold false light wrapping information, usually spinning out of artificial realities, usually due to astral body distortions such as miasma, quarantine, and rescue mission. The Aquaferran races are a part of the original blue ray diamond sun body lineages in the angelic human race that became extinct in this universal time matrix after the electric wars. Therefore, the electric wars are quite important in the historical timeline trigger events. The genetic mutations and diamond sun DNA damage from the wars overseeding on the 70th Earth led to the first separation from the 12th strand DNA. What followed are the 2D, 4D soul splits, vertical staff distortions, gender reversals, death seals, and the resultant quarantine field called the War in Time. The War in Time was a quarantine field barring us in the lower density creations and blocking access into many of the higher dimensions and parallels. This quarantine and subsequent damage to the universal timelines led to the NAA invasion through the Orion constellation, which necessitated the soul rescue missions that were first organized by the founder guardian races through the Covenant of Poliador. Although this information is not 100% accurate, but this gives us a dynamic of what is going on behind the scene. Okay?